Hey guys, I'm back with my Unreal Engine asset, and this one is the game template based on my two priorly released Unreal Engine assets. First of all, one of which was 2D procedural water, and other one is this parallaxing effect. And I've built this game using those, but I've improved a lot of things and added a plethora of things in this, which I'll be going through. But if you need any help setting up those two, like for parallaxing and for the water, I'll be going briefly in this, but you can use the in-depth guidelines on those assets as well, which will be linked below. So we'll just get started. This is how it looks on the editor, and we'll go through each of the blueprint we are using in the viewport. On the right hand side you can see there are plenty of blueprints. So first of all, there is this BP2D character which I've named my character, and this is just the character I'm using. My character moment is based on flight, so you can just place wherever. Transformation will be, as you know, transformation, location, rotation and scale, you place wherever it is. Then just the settings is first of all, most of which is important, is touch sensitivity. That is, once you hit on play and you start simulating, you can use the mouse. It is based for touch, but you can use the mouse to drag up and down, click and drag up and down, and you can adjust that sensitivity from there. As you can see, I am dragging the mouse up and down and the character follows, and it is also available in the settings, in the game menu settings. You can adjust it there even. So that is it in the character blueprint. Other than that is basically simple. Next one is BP decorations. This is just blueprint for the decorations I'm using, and everything is inside the blueprint itself, so nothing to change here. Now BP following enemy, this is just the blueprint for the one type of enemy I'm using, which will be chasing your player once you pass when you pass this type of enemy, and it will be spawning randomly. Next is infinite parallaxing. This is one of the assets I was talking about. So this is mostly this is the one which you have to be adjusting, and you'll be using mostly. So everything is here: parallaxing, sunset, sunrise, everything. You see the colors, color 1, 2 and 3. You can set your own gradient. Background gradient is not a sprite. It is actually sprite, but it is totally adjustable. You can change your colors and offset them and create a gradient of whatever you like. All right. So next up off is background layers. Background layers will be the ones you don't want to, you don't have to have any parallax for that. And next is these parallaxing layers. You just add your parallaxing layers, your X parallaxing speed and your Z parallaxing speed based on how you want them. And everything is you see is fairly normal for what parallaxing is. If you need more in depth, you can just check out the in-depth guideline for the asset. It will be linked below. So this is it here, and these spline points which you see is the path of your sun and moon. The sun and moon, they'll be moving around this path, and you can adjust them through these points. You can add more array points here. And this one is to move the whole spline. As you can see, it is going up and down, right and left. You can adjust however you want. And this is just the post processing. You can just select it. And this is day and night length. This is one of the most important thing, day and night length. Normally I set it to 350 and it works pretty fine. It means it will take 350 seconds for your day and night cycle to complete. Then this here, yeah, I normally keep it at 350, and it is fairly good for my project, and you can adjust it according to you. Now other than that, this is thunder sprites. As I said, this project has complete weather system, and when there is thunder and lightning, you can just select these sprites here. You can add your sprites here, and that is all. And this is the canvas bounce which I was showing. the canvas bounds, the camera will not go beyond these bounds. It is set up in such a way that the camera sticks to the bounds and the character is bounced off as it passes. That is it from there. Interactive water, this is also the same one of the assets I was talking about. I have just refurbished it and added or removed some fluff according to the project needs, but it is mostly similar. You can do it on your own and check how it turns out. So first of all is screen capture, which we're not using, but some of the features I'm trying to use is turn on gradient. It adds a subtle gradient which mimics the depth of the water. Intensity you can adjust, calm water, and these are all the material effects. And well, we are not using it in this water, but you can see above water which we're using. I will get to it just a bit, and you can adjust the water color and texture tiling and such. One of the most important in this is Hooke's law. This one will tell how much processing it is using. This is the most important one. First of all is delta iterations. It is, as I said, 6 or 8 works really fine. You see, these are sections, these are tiles, it is divided into, and this delta iterations means that it will check and run your tick or the timer how many times. I have set it to 8, so it will be running 8 times per tick, but 8 works pretty fine, and I've tested it in I've made this as a pretty FPS compatible, and it is very, it is not too much expensive. The spread, stiffness and dampening, these are to adjust your oscillations and your dampening speeds and how much the waves will spread and all. Again, you can check out the tutorial for the water asset and you can get much better idea. As you can see, my player is interacting with the water and it is pretty realistic. You can add your particle effects and all, which is also there. The placements are also there. Then you can add your NPC tag. If you want any other player to interact with it, you just add NPC to it and tag that player as NPC. Then a procedural mesh. This is procedural water, so you can increase the number of columns, and this is just on the fly because this is procedural, and you can adjust the width and height of the column as well. Material is already fixed, and collision y extent is the collision bounds in which the water will be interacting with the player or the NPC. So this I've set it to 20, which is fairly good. I've tested it and 20 is pretty good. And then we come to the lighthouse. Lighthouse was simply you just put the parallaxing wet, that's it. Simple water. Now this is same as the water which we were using, but I have removed a few of the the timers and tick, because we're not using most of those features. So it is just to say I've removed some of the fluff, so I've created another blueprint for it. You can do it as well. This we're using just as a screen capture, because most of it is the reflection feature and the flowing water feature. As you can see, it is still procedural. It is just one column, and you can adjust the height, intensity, gradient, everything is same. And this is just the one column. I'm not using even tiles, so it is very cheap. You can turn on the gradients, flowing water, and this stuff is all material based. This is nothing on the tick, so it is fairly inexpensive. And you can adjust the parameters of noise strength, flow speed, and these all have means this is all inside material, and you can adjust according how much you want your water to be calm. Or this one was the add reflection feature. There is a camera, as you can see, and it is reflecting whatever inside is in that bound box. And as you see, this column width, the cam offset. The cam offset is a controversial feature, I'd say. Some of you might use it, some of might you not. You see, as it is adjusting on the Y, the camera moves on the Y axis. I've set it up because sometimes you need the water, let's say this lighthouse, you don't want to reflect the lighthouse, so you just move the camera behind the lighthouse, so it will reflect anything behind the lighthouse, and that, so it will be useful for some of you, and it was a requested feature, so I've done that. This is now, next one is BP spawn obstacle. This is the bound box I've set up, and here obstacles will be spawning in this location, in this area. So you just put your bound box here, and you just select your default the following enemy and the parallaxing layer, and that's it. Add and these are the obstacles: air, land and forest. I've divided into 3: air, land and forest, and just add your sprites and your obstacles here. That's it. Starting platform, it is just a sprite I've used as a platform. That's it. Post processing is, it will be yours. Spawn pickups, it here it will be using this it is a pickup spawn system, and it will be using object pooling to spawn the pickups, so it is also fairly inexpensive. It has a mesh but very low poly mesh, and it is using object pooling system, as are the others which are used in object spawning and the obstacles spawning as well. So I've used object pooling to maximize the performance and minimize the clutter. And that is it guys. You can just test it out and play. You can check out the demo, whose link will be also available below, and that is it. Enjoy the asset, make it your own. Do let me know if you use it somewhere. I would love to see how your projects are set up.